not a problem. We'll just revise some of the topics and then we will go to the next session and we'll start. Okay, so first we will be revising what we have done in the session 1, a little glimpse of that, and later on we will start with the next episode. All right, so before that, let me tell you something about the platform Swiflearn. So Swiflearn is an online platform which offers 100% live and interactive classes. So here we teach live. So teacher is present live in front of you. Hi Pragya, welcome. Thanks for waiting for so long. So right now I know you all are present live and you can talk to me through the message there, right? But what about the people or the children who are watching this video when I'm not live? Then you have some doubts. Will I be there to solve every time? No, right? So for that reason, we know that the small doubts can be only clarified when the teacher is present in front of you. That is the reason why we have made a 100% live and interactive class where the teacher is present live. Not only this, we offer you a personalized attention batch of maximum of 6 students. That's right. So in a batch, when there are a limited number of students, the teacher is able to concentrate equally on each one of you. Right? So that makes the clarity, and now teachers knows from the first class itself what are your strengths, what are your weaknesses. All right, great. So that are maximum of 6 students present there. Not only there, but there is a teacher. Along with the teacher, we have a academic mentor team that keeps a track of your progress, your classwork, your homeworks, assessment. Each and everything is being tracked by the academic mentor team. All right. We also cover syllabus as per school exam schedule. So whenever you have an exam, you can let us know prior to that, and we'll make sure that we are teaching you all the different varieties and different types of questions that can come up in your school exam. All right. So that's why it's known as for its sincerity throughout the world. Swiflearn is known as India's most sincere learning destination for classes 1st to 10. Yeah, Pragya, you want me to teach you simultaneously linear equations? Yeah, I know it's difficult for some of you. That's not a problem. But right now we are completing a session with other ones are ready to do that. So we'll cover it up in next session. Some of the session, or there is some pre-recorded session which is going on, you can join there. That's why we tell you to subscribe to the channel and press on the bell icon so that you don't miss the update that when are we coming live, and you can ask us a question there. All right. So subscription is really very important. Apart from this, whatever the doubts we have, we will really want to cater that and we'll come up with the next session. We'll try our level best to come up with the next session to clear your doubts. All right. So our key features are, there is a detailed progress report that shows like a statistic graph which keeps on going up and up, but if it is down, because we are human beings, even teachers can commit mistakes, right? So similarly, you children can surely commit mistakes. In that case, it comes down. Now, when the graph comes down, what happens? We know, and the teacher and the academic team know, that we have to work towards your progress. And again, the graph starts increasing. All right. Great. And after that, Swiflearn offers you a Swiflearn academic test series that's known as SAT. SAT is an online exam that is done all throughout the world. All right. So where you can go and participate and know where do you stand in the globe. See, end of the day, the competition is not with your school children, not with your friends, right? It's with the whole world. So different countries, children are also there in the same level. So we want to compete with them. So we need to have our exam which is globally there with our level, so that we know, are we proceeding or should we improve or not, right? So this is why we are offering you a SAT exam which is conducted throughout the world. You can know where do you stand and how many children are you able to beat. All right. Now the SAT exams, whenever you are doing it, of course, maybe you are so good and you did it great, but still you want to have that level, right? You have to sustain that level. So you need to practice for that. If you think that your score is not up to the mark, still you need to practice for that. So for that, we are offering you unlimited practice tests where you can go and practice as many you have. All right. So these practice tests are 2 types. One is objective, one is subjective. Objective are the multi-choice questions, where the subjective are in detail, like the question paper you have in your school exam, right? You need to write the steps. So that's what. Hi, friends. Welcome. So this is what we have, objective as well as subjective. So if you really like it, try to book a free trial class. Yes, trial class is absolutely free for you guys. Just try to book it once and experience whatever I'm saying, it's true or not. And if you really like it, then you can join us. All right. And if you really want to hear to us from the YouTube channel itself, you need to subscribe to the channel and press on the bell icon so that you never miss any update. All right. Moving on to next one, let's see what is rectilinear figures part 2, right? So we have already discussed the part 1. Now we will be doing part 2. Pragya, what about simultaneous equations? Yes, I will teach or not. You'll get an update from the YouTube session itself. So for there, you need to subscribe to the channel and you'll get the notification when is the teacher coming up, but not today. I'm so sorry. We'll finish up the topic that we have planned for today. All right, rectilinear figures part 2. So what is this part 2? We have already discussed about different figures, what we have visualized on the screen. You can see so many of these figures, right? So we were able to classify which are the closed figures, which are curved, which are polygons, and similarly we were able to do what are quadrilaterals, what are triangles, right? So we were able to discuss that. Now today we'll just brush up those concepts and start the next one. All right, so whoever have not seen the first one, you can go back after this session and see that. Still, if you want a glimpse of it, because we want you to be connected so that you can spend this 1 hour with us live and understand and clear all your doubts. All right, so here we go with the first topic. That is, what are we going to do? We are revising what is polygons, what are quadrilaterals, and learn different type of quadrilaterals. Okay, so main focus is on the quadrilateral part. The polygons part we have already covered. If you really want to know in depth what are polygons, you need to go to the first video of rectilinear figures done by me itself. Okay, coming to this one, can you tell me which of these are these in polygons? Anyone who can tell me what are these? So what is this yellow color figure known as? First of all, anyone? I can see so many of you there. Quickly give me, what's the answer for this yellow figure? What do we call it? Yeah, it's a triangle. Very good. It's a triangle. So triangle is a polygon or it's not a polygon? Yes, it is. Very good. Moving on to next one. What is it? It's a four-sided figure. So it comes in the category of quadrilaterals. But in next category of quadrilaterals, we can say it a square as well. So we'll discuss that today. All right. This is also four-sided. It's a quadrilateral. It's a polygon. How about this? What is this? It's a curved. Does a polygon has a curve area? No. So it's not a polygon and we can call it a circle. Very good. How about this? Yes, it's a polygon. It's a how many sides are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it's a pentagon. How about this? It's a quadrilateral again because it has 4 sides. So let's see what are polygons. A closed figure which makes angles and contains only the straight lines and not the curves comes into the category of polygons, right? So we were able to know that we have to have a closed figure. So for closed figure, we cannot have a polygon with 1 side or 2 sides. Minimum to minimum, we need 3 sides, right? Then only it's a closed figure. That's why we say polygon starts from 3. That is the lowest is a triangle which has 3 sides, 3 angles. So we have discussed that in the video 1. You can go and check that out. Just for a brush up, we are saying that's a closed figure which makes angles and it has straight lines. No curved lines is there in a polygon. All right. So can you classify by sides? Yes, we were able to do that when they have 3 sides. So we call it a triangle. When they had 4 sides, we call it a quadrilateral. Similarly, what is a triangle when we talk about? It has a shape which has 3 sides, 3 angles, 3 vertices, right? Great. So triangle is a polygon which has 3 edges, 3 sides, and 3 vertices or 3 corners. All right. So whatever figure which is made in a form of a triangle will have 3 edges or 3 sides and 3 vertices or 3 corners. You can say anything that you want. All right. The 3 angles always add up to 180 degrees. So we have decided and we got to know that these 3 angles come up to sum of 180 degree and interior angles sum, right? Whereas when we talk about the exterior angles, it is always 360 degree. And we also did the visualization of it so that we easily understand and we don't have any other further problems in the questions that we are going to do today. All right. So here we go with the next one. Based on the sides, we were able to find out that the polygons can be of different or various varieties. One was a regular polygon, one was an irregular polygon. One was a convex, one was concave. One was trigons, one was quadrilateral, one was complex, one was simple. Right, so let us discuss quickly what we have done it. So regular was with all the sides are equal, irregular where the sides are not equal. Convex was a figure where the angles are always less than 90 degree. Concave becomes the inside of it. We were able to visualize it's coming inside the lines when we extend. So it is more than 180 degree. Then we call it a concave. Trigons is nothing, just a triangle. There was a different name given as trigons. Quadrilaterals are the topic that we are going to discuss today in details. So the types of polygons, we said it's a triangle which had 3 sides. We also call it a trigon. Whereas quadrilateral is a 4-sided figure which has 4 sides, 4 vertices, 4 corners, 4 edges, right? Okay. Pentagon is for 5. So penta stands for 5. So just remember, whenever you hear a word with saying penta, that means it is 5-sided figure. All right. And 5 side means 5 angles as well. Hexagon means 6. Hepta means 7. So they will call it heptagon. Whereas octa stands for octopus. We all remember that it has 8 arms, right? So similarly, octagon has 8 sides. For the 9 sign, we call it nonagon. And for the 10, then we normally use 10 for 10 years. We say deca. It's been a decade. So deca stands for 10. That's why we call it decagon. So what you need to do is you just need to understand what is it. Rest names the gun itself. So it's hexa, hepta, octa, nona, deca. And quadrilateral, right? So it's a different word altogether. Triangle is different. So these two are known as different, whereas other ones are just being added by adding a gon of a polygon. All right. So this is how you will be able to understand easily, and you will be able to memorize it also. All right, moving on to different types of polygons we have already discussed. Now let us classify it into regular polygons and irregular polygons. How about a triangle? Triangle, all sides are equal, right? And sides are equal. If not, they are in the same proportion. Similarly, and the angles are equal. So we can say it is a regular polygon. When we say all the sides and all angles are equal, we put it in the category of an equilateral triangle, right? Whereas when we talk about quadrilateral, we take an example of a square. So square is a regular polygon which has all the sides and all the angles are equal. When we talk about pentagon, they are 5-sided. It should be regular and all the angles should be equal. Then we call it a pentagon. Is a circle a regular polygon or irregular polygon? First of all, it's not a polygon. So we'll say irregular polygon. Nonagon can be regular as well as irregular, but we classify it into regular. When we heard a word about it, we say that's a regular. So when we do the solution, triangle, quadrilateral, pentagon, nonagon comes into a category of regular, whereas in irregular we only have the circle because itself it's not a polygon because it's at a curve shape, but the definition of a polygon says that it should have straight lines. So does a circle have a straight line? No, right? So that's why we'll say it's an irregular polygon or it's not a polygon. All right, so let's understand what are regular ones and what are irregular ones. Regular ones are all the angles are equal and all sides are equal. So whenever we say, that's why I told you when we're talking about a triangle, if I talk about isosceles triangle, is it regular or it's irregular? Everyone, give me the answers quickly. When I talk about a triangle, which is an isosceles. Isosceles means a triangle which has 2 sides equal, right? Whereas the third side is not equal. So if it says in a question in such a way, I'm so sorry for this. Let me do that a bit up. Yeah. So when we say that it's just like this, it's a triangle ABC. AB is equals to CD. So will it come into the category of regular polygon or will it not come into category of regular polygon? Everyone give me the answers right away. Yes. Oh, good. It's an irregular polygon because we said that all the angles and all the sides should be equal. So by here, only the 2 sides are equal, whereas the third side is not equal. When these 2 sides are equal, that means the opposite angles are as well as equal. So that means angle ABC is equals to angle ACB. But that is not equal or it's not given equal to angle BAC. So when 3 of the angles or 3 of the sides are not equal, we don't put in the category of regular polygons. All right. So that's why when we talk about a triangle and we say a regular polygon, we are always talking about an equilateral triangle. Now coming to the definition of irregular, that says if an irregular shape means that the sides and angles of a polygon are not equal. So any one of the sides is not equal, that comes to an irregular polygon. All right. So do you know about quadrilaterals? So what are quadrilaterals? We always say that whenever it has 4-sided figure, we call it a quadrilateral. But when we talk about a square, is it a quadrilateral, a rectangle, a rhombus, a trapezium? What do we say about it? Is it a polygon? Is it a polygon? Of course, it is a polygon because it has been made of 3 straight lines and angles. So it comes into category of polygon. But do they all fall in the category of quadrilaterals? Yes, they do. Because the definition of a quadrilateral says that it should have 4 sides. So when we talk about a square, it's a quadrilateral. When we talk about a rectangle, it's a quadrilateral because it's that four-sided figure. So when we are talking about a polygon, polygon is a four-sided quadrilateral. All right. So whenever a polygon has four sides, we call it a quadrilateral. A quadrilateral has four sides. It is two-dimensional flat figure, closed and all are straight lines. So whenever we are talking about a polygon, it means that it has to be a straight line and it has to be closed. So automatically these two things are covered. Now for quadrilateral, we are taking about a two-dimensional figure, not a three-dimensional figure. We are only talking when we can draw it on a flat surface. That means if we can draw that figure on a paper, we call it a two-dimensional figure. So yes, polygons are the ones which are four-sided. So quadrilaterals are further divided into different categories. Can you identify them out of these which are quadrilaterals and which are not? Is it a quadrilateral, the first one? Okay, it is because it has four sides, right? Good. Is it a quadrilateral? No, because it does not have a straight line altogether. Is it a quadrilateral? Let's count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's a pentagon. It's not a quadrilateral. Moving on to this 1, 2, 3 side. It's a trigon or a triangle, but it's not a quadrilateral. All right, so I hope it's easy to classify with the equal number of sides. When there are four sides, we call it a quadrilateral. But not that they are equal, right? It is just saying that it has four sides. It's come to the category of quadrilaterals. Now, let us understand the property of a quadrilateral. It says that it has four sides or edges. That's what I told you. So let us draw one of the quadrilateral that we are talking about. So let's make it a different one. So in this, when I talk about A, B, C, G, right? So four sides or edges. Edges and sides means the just same thing. So can you name what are these sides and edges for the figure that I've drawn? Yes, anyone? Great. They are AB, BC, CD, and DA. So this is a four-sided quadrilateral. All right. A four-sided quadrilateral is always a four sides or four edges. All right. Moving on to vertices or corners. When we talk about vertices or the corners, we are talking about the pointed portion of it, which are the corners. Like a table has a corner which say we are very sharp, be careful. Similarly, these are just like, what is this table? Actually, it's a four-sided figure. It's a quadrilateral. So that becomes a corners. So what are the corners here? It are A, B, C, and D are the corners or the vertices. So there are two names given to it on the same thing. We call it in a different way. We can say it the vertices or the corners as well. Moving on to the third category that says measure of the interior angles is 360 degree. So why are we saying this? We have discussed in the session 1. If you haven't done it, so I'll just give it a glimpse of that. Otherwise, you can go and see why is it 360 degree. So let me draw a line here. What is it happening now? It's becoming a triangle. It is divided into two triangles, that is triangle ABD and triangle BCD. Right. Now, if I talk about these angles, what are the sum of a triangle we know? It is 180 degree. Similarly, when I talk about these, this is also a triangle. Its sum would be also 180 degree. So 180 degree plus 180 degree give us 360 degree. That's why the interior measurement of a quadrilateral is 360 degree. All right. I hope it's clear. Good. So what are we doing whenever a figure is given to us? Maybe a pentagon is given to us. Maybe a hexagon is given to us. Maybe a heptagon is given to us. तो बच्चा जोन सी भी figure दी हो ना quadrilateral के अंदर या फिर उसको हम क्या break करते हैं? We try to break them in a form of a triangles. So as many triangles we can break it. Each triangle we know can have a sum of 180 degree. We come and add that and becomes a total of 360 degree. So this side will be 180 degree. This side of the angles is 180 degree. When we come up to together, so 180 degree plus 180 degree will surely give you 360 degree. So we come back to the properties of a quadrilateral. What does it say? That it's have four sides or four edges, four corners or four vertices, you can say it anyway, and the interior angle sum should be 360 degree. All right, so let's see. These are the properties of the quadrilaterals that we need to remember. Now coming on to types of quadrilaterals. So now when we got to know, see when I was naming, I said that quadrilaterals can be of different types. When we talk about rectangle, yes, it is a four-sided figure. When we talk about a square, it is a four-sided figure. When we talk about the rhombus, yes, it is a figure. When we talk about a parallelogram, it is, yes, it is a figure. We can say it is a parallelogram. Similarly, we'll able to draw. When we talk about prism, it is something like this, and it also has four-sided. So these are the different names given to the figures which can be made in a various way of four sides and four angles, four vertices. All right. So now let us easily and quickly understand why have we named this and how are they different. इतने सारे नेम दे दिए, बट इन सब में डिफरेंसेस क्या है, दैट इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट, बिकॉज जब मैं रेक्टेंगल बोलूंगी तो ऑटोमेटिकली इसका मतलब यह है कि जो भी उसकी प्रॉपर्टीज है वो सारी satisfy कर रहा है. So that is why when they ask you a question in the word problem, they say a rectangle, you say the information is not complete because you don't realize that the rectangle itself have its properties that gives us the answer directly. Alright, so जब भी ऐसे नेम्स दिए होते हैं बच्चा, तो उसका नेम ये है कि वो फिगर उसके सारे प्रॉपर्टीज तो satisfy कर ही रहा है. That is the information that is already given, just hidden in the word of the name of the figure. That is why we get a problem in solving those questions. All right. So here we go. Let's start our questions today. So we'll start first with, can you identify which of these are there? So first of all, which figure is this? What do you call it? What does a blackboard or a whiteboard look like? It is a, yes, it's a rectangle. How about this, the chess that you play, the board chess or the game board that you have? It's in the which shape? It's a square. Very good. How about this kite? What shape it is? Are you able to find it out? Okay, let's see. How about this one? What shape it is? Of a popcorn. Any idea? All right, don't worry. We'll go it in detail. Let me tell you slowly. So these two were similar. We'll get to know what are these two shapes in the preceding class. All right, just right away. Just 2-3 minutes after this. What is rectangle? If I talk about rectangle, what does a rectangle say? That is a four-sided figure, all right? Four right angles. So that means that the angles are equal, but the opposite sides are equal. So when I talk about A, B, C, and D, that means if I say it's a rectangle, that automatically means that AB will be equal to DC or CD. So this side would be equal to this side. Second is AD will be equal to BC, and this side will be equal to this side. And the third thing says that all the angles will be equal to 90 degree. So this becomes 90 degree, this becomes 90 degree, this becomes 90 degree, and this becomes 90 degree. So what is 90 degree plus 90 degree becomes 180 degree. Again, at the bottom, 90 degree plus 90 degree becomes 180 degree. We add 180 plus 180 degree becomes 360 degree. So that comes to the property of a quadrilateral that says the interior angles of a quadrilateral is 180, 360 degree. All right. So moving on to next one, let's see how do we do it. Now coming to a square. How is a square different from a rectangle? The only difference is the angles are just the same. It is 90 degree. We all know it. The opposite sides are parallel and they are also equal. So in this, all the sides are equal. So when I talk about this angle, this is also 90 degree. This is also 90 degree. This is also 90 degree. How about when we talk about A, B, C, D? So these are a square in which AB is equals to BC is equals to CD is equals to DA. So all the sides are equal and the opposite sides are parallel. Obviously, they'll never meet. So that's a reason that we have just added, but it is understood. All right. So that means that when all the sides of a quadrilateral are equal and the angle is 90 degrees. So both the things that all the angles are 90 degree. If these two categories are satisfied, then only we call it a square. So whenever you hear of a word of a square, you should quickly get into your mind that, okay, all the sides would be equal and the angles would be, all the angles would be 90 degree. Interior angles will be 90 degree. All right, great job. All right, moving on to the next category that we have is a rhombus. What is a rhombus? First of all, if you look at this picture, what does it come? A kite. A kite is a rhombus shape. So any idea, what are you able to understand? What does a rhombus says? Yeah, just look at this picture and you'll be able to visualize what are we talking about. Okay, let's see it. So first of all, let's look at the sides. What does it say? That all the sides are equal. That means that the rhombus is a four-sided figure with all the sides are of equal length. And the reason is here, the earlier all the sides, for the opposite sides were parallel. Similarly, we also say the opposite sides are parallel. But now, how is rhombus different from a square? The only reason why we call it a rhombus and not a square is in square we have all the angles as 90 degrees. That means all the four angles are equal. Whereas in the case of a rhombus, we only say that the opposite angle, if you see this angle B and angle D, this is C, this is D. So that means angle B and angle D are equal, angle A and angle C are equal. So what is happening? Angle B is equals to angle D, whereas angle A is equals to angle C. But all angles are equal? No, they aren't. So that is the difference between saying a rhombus and a square. All right. So now if I give you a question, can a square be called a rhombus? Yes, partially yes, because the four sides are equal. They are parallel. Here two angles should be equal, opposite angles should be equal, that is there in the square, but there is additional point that all the sides are equal. So these type of questions are generally asked with you by saying true and false to make you confused. So whenever you get to know, evaluate each and everything, हर एक चीज को देखो, अच्छा four sided है, four sided है, sides की बात कर रहे हैं, sides equal है, एंगल की बात कर रहे हैं, ऑपोजिट एंगल, इसमें भी ऑपोजिट एंगल इक्वल है, बेशक सारे एंगल्स इक्वल है बट ऑपोजिट तो इक्वल है ना, साइड्स भी इक्वल है, तो क्या उसे हम रोम्बस कह सकते हैं? यस. बट रोम्बस को क्या हम स्क्वायर कह सकते हैं? नो, क्योंकि उसके अंदर स्क्वायर के अंदर तो साइड इक्वल चाहिए, बट रोम्बस में सारे एंगल्स इक्वल नहीं होते. स्क्वायर के अंदर सारे साइड्स इक्वल होते हैं, रोम्बस में साइड्स इक्वल होती है, बट एंगल की बात करें तो रोम्बस में ऑपोजिट एंगल इक्वल होते हैं, सारे नहीं होते. That is why we cannot say a rhombus a square, but a square we can call it as a rhombus. All right. So these are the minor things that make it apart. ये छोटी छोटी चीजें ही एक दूसरे को डिफरेंशिएट करती हैं, जिससे हमारे को easily समझ आ जाता है. All right. Moving on to next one. What is a parallelogram? So parallelogram, see word से ही पता चल रहा है इसके ना parallel है ना, parallelogram. Yes. So opposite sides are parallel and equal in length, and also opposite angles are equal. So what I'm saying that opposite sides are parallel and opposite angles lengths are equal, but all the lengths are not equal. Getting the point? अब ये parallelogram और rhombus कैसे अलग है? क्योंकि rhombus में सारी sides equal थी, but parallelogram में वो क्या कह रहा है? Opposite sides equal होंगी, सारी sides equal नहीं होंगी. That is the reason why it becomes a parallelogram. All right. Moving on to next one, it says trapezium. What is a trapezium? Trapezium. In a trapezium, the opposite sides are parallel and the adjacent angles add up to 180 degree. So what does it say? कि opposite sides क्या हैं? Parallel है. तो जो भी opposite sides है वो parallel है. If you closely can see what the shape it is becoming something like this. Now in this side is parallel to this side. This side is parallel to this side. So it is happening that all the four are not going in the same direction. They are going in the other way. All right. So opposite sides are parallel to each other. So these sides are parallel. But whereas when we talk about this, is it a trapezium? Is this side parallel to this one? So we are saying just one side is parallel to other. All right. So in that case, only one side of it is parallel to another one. So when we talk about this, so this side is parallel to this one, whereas this side is not parallel to this one. So that is why when we say the opposite side are parallel and the adjacent angle add up to 180 degree, then we call it a trapezium. So only one side can be parallel, then we call it into category of trapezium, not a parallelogram. All right. I hope you have understood the difference. All right. Moving on to a question. The only regular quadrilateral, what can we say which is a regular quadrilateral? Everyone, can you give me the answer? Which can be a regular quadrilateral? Regular means all the sides and all the angles are equal. So which says that all the sides and all the angles are equal? It's just a square that says it's all the sides and all the angles are equal. So when we talk about a regular polygon, regular quadrilateral or regular polygon with four sides, then we call it's a square. Apart from this, all the other quadrilaterals or all other the polygons of four-side come into the category of irregular polygons. So all the other quadrilaterals are irregular because all the sides and all the angles are not equal. Simple हो गया. अब रेगुलर का मतलब क्या होता है? सारी साइड सारे एंगल इक्वल हैं. तो जितने हमने क्वाड्रिलैटरल पढ़े, ऐसा कौन सा क्वाड्रिलैटरल है जिसके सारी साइड और सारी एंगल इक्वल हैं? वो एक स्क्वायर ही है, इसीलिए वो उसको हम रेगुलर बोलते हैं और बाकी सबको भी कॉल इट इररेगुलर पॉलीगन्स. All right, so everyone, let's visualize it. This is the best part of the Swiflearn platform where we tell you how to visualize the things so that you know and you are able to understand easily. All right, so here we go, how to solve it. So what do you think? It is a rectangle, square, rhombus or other quadrilaterals, or it's non-quadrilateral? So quadrilateral की range में क्या है? जब four sides equal. So what is it? Opposite sides are equal, so it comes in the category of rectangle. Very good. How about this? Opposite sides are parallel, right? What will it be? It will be a rhombus, right or not? Yes, it will be a rhombus. All the sides are parallel. How about this? Is it a 90 degree? Do you think it's a 90-degree angle? No. Opposite sides are they all equal? Yes, they are. So it comes into the category of rhombus. When I say the opposite sides are equal, then it comes in the category of parallelogram. How about this? It's a square. This one, everybody, what's it? It's a square. Very good. How about this one? What do you think it will be? See, one of the side is parallel, the other one is not. So it's not a rhombus, it's a trapezium. This one, let's see how many sides are there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Five-sided figure. Can it be a quadrilateral? No. So it's a non-quadrilateral figure. How about the triangle? Yes, non-quadrilateral figure. Very good. How about this? It's a square. Very good. Because it's a 90 degree, right? Moving on to this one. What is it? Opposite sides are parallel. It comes into category of a rhombus. This one, it's also a rhombus. How about this one? It's the other one because no side is parallel to each other, but it is a quadrilateral. How about this one? It's another quadrilateral. Very good. How about this? Rectangle. This one? Everybody? Very good. Square. This one? Rectangle. Very good. This one? Yes, rectangle. This one is a trapezium. Yes, we just discussed this. How about this? This is the other quadrilateral because it does not have all the sides equal. Superb, guys. Great job. Moving on to next crop, what are we able to do? So far, we were able to classify which are the quadrilaterals and which were not a quadrilateral. And even if it were quadrilateral, we were able to find out, are they square, are they rectangle, or are they rhombus? All right. Now let's move to some other topic that we have. What is it? How can we find the sum of interior angles of a polygons and exterior angles of the polygons, and also the number of sides of a polygon? So now what is it? If I give you these three things will be asked in your school exam or wherever you go, in that week we'll say, okay, the angle is given to you, need to find out the sides of a polygon. It can be an interior angle is given, you need to find out the exterior angles, what it can be. Exterior angle is given, side is given, you need to find out the interior angle, what will happen. So similarly, these type of questions are the practical ones which are asked in your school exam. So we'll cover up some of these. So before that, let's do some of the points that you need to remember and you need to understand. All right. So first thing, what does it say? Let's make it in the journalized form. ठीक है, जब भी कोई बात होती है उसको जर्नलाइज एन के टर्म्स में या एक्स के टर्म में लिखते हैं ताकि हमारे को जब भी कोई क्वेश्चन आए हमें प्रॉब्लम ना. ऑलराइट, सो जब भी हमसे बोला जाए द सम ऑफ इंटीरियर एंगल्स ऑफ अ कॉन्वेक्स पॉलीगन वेयर n is a side, we call it 2n minus 4 into 90 degree. So जब भी इंटीरियर एंगल्स की बात करें और जब वो क्या हो, कॉन्वेक्स हो, नॉट ही कॉनकेव, राइट, और रेगुलर वंस हो या कॉन्वेक्स हो, तो उसके अंदर बोलते हैं 2n minus 4 into 90 degree. Whereas the other one says if there is a regular polygon of n sides, then each one of its interior angle is equals to 2n minus 4 अपॉन n इंटू 90 डिग्री. अगर मुझे इसी चीज की साइड जाननी है, अगर तो मुझे इंटीरियर एंगल का सम चाहिए, सम ऑफ इंटीरियर एंगल्स, तो ये वाला फॉर्मूला है. जब मुझे रेगुलर पॉलीगन्स की नंबर ऑफ साइड्स चाहिए, इन दैट केस ईच एंगल अगर मुझे निकालना है, अगर आई हैव द एंगल ऑफ ईच एंगल इंटीरियर, क्या होगा, इन दैट केस द सेम थिंग बट आई विल डिवाइड इट बाय n. So you need to write 2n minus 4 upon n into 90 degree, then you will get upon each. जब भी हम यूनिटरी मेथड भी करते हैं, अगर सबका पता है सम इतना है तो एक का कितना होगा उससे डिवाइड कर देते हैं, राइट? सो दैट्स व्हाट वी आर अप्लाइंग हियर. सो बाय दिस वी विल बी एबल टू फाइंड आउट द नंबर ऑफ ईच एंगल ऑफ अ इंटीरियर एंगल. When we talk about the exterior angles, each exterior angle will be a regular polygon with side is equals to 360 degree divided by n. क्योंकि हमने ये बात एक visualize की थी first video में. If you're not, you can go back and see that exterior angle sum is always 360 degree irrespective of the sides it have. All right. So similarly, मुझे exterior angle कितना है होगा हर एक का, अगर होने को निकालना है तो that will be हर एक के लिए each exterior angle will be 360 degree divided by the number of sides that I'm talking about a polygon. All right. Okay, so now let's do this. As the number of sides of a regular polygon increases, the measurement of each interior angle will also increase. Simple सी बात है. अगर मैं ये बात कर रही हूँ ट्रायंगल की, तो इंटीरियर एंगल का सम कितना होता है? 180 डिग्री, राइट? इसको हम 3 पार्ट्स में डिवाइड करते हैं. अगर मैं इक्वली करती हूँ तो आई गेट टू पॉइंट इज 60 डिग्री, राइट? अब मैं इसके अंदर एक और साइड बढ़ा देती हूँ. लेट मी मेक समथिंग लाइक दिस एज अ 4. सो इसमें कितने ट्रायंगल हो गए? 2. तो 180 प्लस 180 हो जाता है 360 डिग्री. तभी मेरा स्क्वायर के अंदर ये 90 डिग्री बन सकता है, राइट? सो दैट व्हाट इट सेज, द मोमेंट द नंबर ऑफ साइड्स ऑफ अ रेगुलर पॉलीगन इंक्रीजेस, द मेजरमेंट ऑफ द इनर एंगल आल्सो इंक्रीजेस. सो जहां पे मेरा ये रेगुलर के अंदर क्या था, 60 डिग्री था. रेगुलर पॉलीगन स्क्वायर के फॉर्म में होता है, क्वाड्रिलैटरल में तो स्क्वायर का कितना होता है? 90 डिग्री. तो जैसे ही मेरी साइड बढ़ेगी वैसे ही मेरा इंटीरियर एंगल भी बढ़ेगा. Alright. Okay, moving on to next one. Let's see what do we have. The sum of all exterior angles formed by producing the side of a convex polygon is in the same order is equal to the 4 right angles or 360 degree. So इसकी बात करें तो what does it say? The sum of all exterior angles formed by producing a side of a polygon in same order is equals to the 4 right angles or 360 degree. तो हमने ये बात करी कि जितना भी हो, irrespective of that, the exterior angles will also have 360 degree as the degree of angles, sum of the angles of a convex. So here we go, everyone. Let's quickly do this question and see how many of you can do it. Let's try some question that says the sum of the interior angles of a polygon is 4 times the sum of the exterior angles. Find the side of a polygon. So 4 times the sum of the interior angles equals to 4 times of our exterior angle. ठीक है, जो इंटीरियर एंगल्स का सम है वो 4 टाइम एक्सटीरियर है और मुझे नंबर ऑफ साइड्स ऑफ अ पॉलीगन निकालना है. अब मुझे नहीं पता वो क्वाड्रिलैटरल है, पेंटागन है, हेक्सागन है और डेकागन है, इसके बारे में कुछ नहीं पता है. ये साइड से ही मुझे पता चलेगा कि which type of polygon is it. All right, so let's see how can we do this. So for this, what does the question say? Let us first understand the sum of interior angles is 4 times the sum of exterior angles. So first of all, let me say that the exterior angle, the sum of interior angles is equal to 4 times the sum of exterior angles. And we always know that the polygon's exterior angle is 360 degree. Very good. So we'll do 4 into 360 degree. इनको multiply करा, we got 1440 degree. So ये क्या हो गया? Sum of interior angles. अब इंटीरियर एंगल्स मुझे पता है. अब अगर मुझे ईच एंगल निकालना है तो व्हाट डज इट से? That's what we have learned, that in a polygon of n sides, the sum of the interior angles equals to 2n minus 4 because the polygons are produced and the sum of exterior angles will be 360 degree. इससे मुझे पता चल गया कि इंटीरियर एंगल्स क्या होते हैं? 2n minus 4 right into 90 degree. So अब सम जो पूरे के पूरे का मुझे पता है 1440, that means me 2n minus 4 into 90 degree will come out to 1440. Now when I come on this other side, when this 90 is getting multiplied, on the other side it will get divided by 90, which will give me 14. So 2n minus 4 is equals to 16. So 2n will be 16 plus 4, which gives me 20. That gives me 2n is equals to 20 and n is equals to 10. So thus the number of sides of a polygon is 10. So which was they were talking about? It was a decagon. All right. So if they can ask you, okay, what is a name of that polygon? So we will come back. See, sides 10 hai, to kaun sa hota hai aisa? We call it decagon. All right. So I hope it's easy. What have we done? We have given whatever the information was given. क्या दिया था कि interior angle 4 times exterior angle का है. Sum of exterior angle is always 360 degree. We got to know कि इसका sum कितना हो जाएगा. Interior angles का sum is 1440. अब मुझे पता है हर एक का साइड निकालना. साइड निकालने के लिए फॉर्मूला क्या है? इंटीरियर एंगल्स किसके बराबर होते हैं? 2n minus 4 into 90 degree, where n is the number of sides. So from here, using this, we will be able to find out the side, which was a decagon. Moving on to next question. Let's see how many of you can do this. It says, let's try A, B, B, C, C, D are the 3 consecutive sides of a regular polygon. ठीक है, A, B, B, C, C, D एक 3 sides है regular. मुझे नहीं पता regular polygon की कितनी sides होंगी, but 3 regular sides मुझे दी हुई. If BAC is 15 degree, we need to find that each interior angle of a polygon, each exterior angle of a polygon and number of sides of a polygon. So simple है, एक angle मुझे दिया हुआ है, मुझे each interior angle निकालना है, each exterior angle निकालना है और ये भी निकालना है the number of sides of a polygon. So first of all, जब मुझे ये वाला कुछ ऐसे दिया हुआ है, क्या दिया हुआ है मुझे? A, B, C. So A, B, C और ए बी बी सी एंड सी डी. सो कुछ ऐसे टाइप का पॉलीगन बनेगा. वो कितने ऊपर जाता है आई डोंट नो, आई एम जस्ट मेकिंग अ रफ फिगर. सो मुझे बोला हुआ है बी ए सी. सो व्हाट इज इट बी ए सी? दैट मींस आई नीड टू चेंज द लेबलिंग. फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल बी ए सी का मुझे मतलब बोला हुआ है उन्होंने ए का एक्सटीरियर एंगल. राइट, दैट्स व्हाट इट सेज. BAC अगर मैं इसको ऐसे प्रोड्यूस कर रही हूँ तो मुझे एक तरह से वो क्या बोल रहे हैं? एक्सटीरियर एंगल की बात कर रहे हैं. सो इन दैट केस व्हेन आई नो इट इज 3 BAC is 15 degree, so each measurement of each angle is 180 degree minus twice of 15 degree, क्योंकि वो उसका एंगल आ रहा है बीच में तो उसका डबल हो जाएगा. So that gives me minus of 30 degree, जिससे x की वैल्यू मेरी क्या आ गई? 150 degree. All right, so 180 degree में से twice उसको minus कर लेंगे. We got 150 degree. Now, second part says if each angle of the measure of x degree, therefore the measuring of each exterior angle would be. अगर मुझे ये पता है कि each angle का measure x degree को मैं use करती हूँ और exterior angle मुझे निकालना है. जब मुझे exterior angle निकालना है, that means what I have to do? 180 डिग्री में से जो मैं इंटीरियर एंगल जो निकला था उसको मैं माइनस कर लेती हूँ. I'll get the exterior angle. So exterior angle becomes 30 degree. All right. So this is how we will able to understand कि अगर एक एंगल दिया हुआ है तो उसका डबल करके हम 180 डिग्री से माइनस करते हैं तो इंटीरियर एंगल आ जाता है. अब इंटीरियर एंगल से एक्सटीरियर एंगल निकालना है. अगर ईच की बात करें तो 180 डिग्री से माइनस करेंगे तो एक्सटीरियर एंगल आ जाएगा. दैट इज 30 डिग्री. Moving on to next one, it asks you the number of each sides of n. अब हर एक की साइड निकालनी. कितनी साइड्स होती हैं? साइड्स का हमने क्या फॉर्मूला यूज करा हुआ है? डू यू ऑल रिमेंबर? आई टोल्ड यू द पॉइंट्स टू रिमेंबर. इसमें हमें याद करना पड़ेगा. तो यस, वी आर यूजिंग नाउ दैट वन. के नंबर ऑफ साइड्स मुझे दी हुई है तो n इनटू द एक्सटीरियर एंगल विल बी इक्वल टू 2n minus 4 into 90. इंटीरियर एंगल्स क्या है? n इंटू 150 डिग्री. हर एक का 150 डिग्री है. उसको मैं किससे मल्टीप्लाई करूंगी? नंबर ऑफ साइड से. राइट, क्योंकि रिपीटेडली ऐड करना या फिर मल्टीप्लाई करना मीन्स द सेम थिंग. सो n into 150 degree will be equal to this sum of the whole polygon. So now what are you able to do? We have all the terms in n. We are able to simplify. So अब इसके अंदर से ये 180 degree minus 150 degree n, all right, is equals to 360 degree. So n की वैल्यू आ जाएगी हमारी 12. So there are number of sides of each is the number of each side is n. So n is equals to 12. So एक polygon जिसकी 12 sides होंगी, that is the one which will have the exterior angle as how much? What we calculated, the exterior angle was 30 degree, whereas the interior angle will be 150 degree. I hope it's clear, guys. So simple है, बहुत ज्यादा इसमें बड़ा वाला बात नहीं है. Whatever we are using, we are just finding out. जब इंटीरियर एंगल निकल गया, एक्सटीरियर एंगल कैसे निकालते हैं? 180 डिग्री माइनस दैट. एंड व्हेन आई नो कि एक एक्सटीरियर एंगल, तो उससे जितने भी होंगे उनको हम n से मल्टीप्लाई करके सम निकल जाएगा टोटल. और टोटल का हमने फॉर्मूला पुट करा है एंड देन वी इजीली कैलकुलेटेड द वैल्यू ऑफ n दैट बिकेम 2. All right. So everyone, let's do this. Each one of you, I want you to try this question and give me the answers right away. All right. So what does it say? That the difference between an exterior angle of n minus 1 side regular polygon and the exterior angle of n plus 2 regular side polygon is 6 degree. Find the value of n. उसके अंदर क्या कह रहे हैं? पहले तो n minus 1 sided regular polygon. So exterior angle की बात कर रहे हैं, तो what will be the exterior angle? Exterior angle will be 360 degree upon n minus 1 of exterior angle of n minus 1 sided regular polygon. और एक्सटीरियर एंगल ऑफ n प्लस 2 साइडेड रेगुलर पॉलीगन का क्या होगा? 360 डिग्री अपॉन n प्लस 2, क्योंकि n की वैल्यू यहाँ पे क्या है? n माइनस 1, वहां पे n की वैल्यू क्या है? n प्लस 2. नाउ मूविंग ऑन टू क्वेश्चन, वो हमें क्या कह रहा है? क्या निकालो? डिफरेंस. डिफरेंस का मतलब क्या होता है? सब्ट्रैक्ट, राइट? और सब्ट्रैक्शन किसके इक्वल है? 6 डिग्री के. So now I think you all will be able to understand how to do it. So let's do the practical version and understand how do we do the framing of this question. So here we come up with a whiteboard and let's solve it. All right. So we'll say and exterior angle of n minus 1 is 360 degree upon n minus 1. And the next one category किसकी निकालनी थी हमारे को? Exterior angle of n plus 2 is 360 degree upon n plus 2. All right. Now what it says? It says the difference is equals to 6 degree, right? So what does that mean? 360 degree upon n minus 1 minus 360 degree upon n plus 2 is equals to 6 degree. अब इसमें से 6 को कॉमन करके इसे कैंसिल करते we got 60 degree. So let's do that. Let me make another whiteboard on the top and we'll calculate from here itself. तो उसको मैं लास्ट वाले को एक बार रख देती हूँ ताकि हमें पता चल जाए हमें क्या फॉलो करना है. Okay, so here we go. What do we get? This comes out to be 60 degree. Bracket 1 upon n minus 1 minus 1 upon n plus 2 is equals to 1. So let's do this. It becomes 60 degree. Bracket n plus 2 minus n plus 1. I have directly opened the bracket n minus 1 into n plus 2 is equals to 1. So इससे n and n cancel हो गया. यहाँ पे आ गई value 3. 60 into 3 comes out to be, what is 60 times 3? 180 degree, right? So we'll make that now. So putting that value again and let's see how do we proceed next. So far we got n minus 1 into n plus 2 is equals to 180 degree. Let's solve this. N squared minus n minus n squared minus n plus 2n minus 2 is equals to 180 degree, which gives me n squared plus n minus 2 is equals to 180 degree. I can bring that 180 degree, or if I can simply write 180 as well. So degree we can do it later too, so that will not be a problem. So gives me n squared plus n minus 2 minus 180 is equals to 0. So gives me n squared plus n minus 182 is equals to 0. So now you can simply find out the factors or find the LCM method of 182, in which two tables we multiply and we get 182. When we subtract, we get 1. So any numbers when we multiply, we get 182, but when we subtract, we get 1. Any idea? Yes, think about it. Meanwhile, let me draw this. Great, guys. I need your answers in the chat box. Super. Great. So the answer for this is we will have 14 and 13. So it will be n squared plus 14n minus 13n minus 182 is equals to 0. I got n common, n plus 14 minus 13 common, n plus 14 is equals to 0. N minus 13 n plus 14 is equals to 0. So we got the value of 2 of n. One is 13 and minus 1, 14. So do you think can we have a negative value for this? No, we cannot. So we are only left with the answer saying n is equals to 13. Very good. So this is how we were able to understand. जो question में दिया हुआ था उसी को evaluate करा, but be careful, you are just using the formula 360 degree upon n. So n minus 1 will be 360 degree upon n minus 1. Exterior would be 360 degree upon n plus 2. Moving on to next one, let's see how many of you can solve this. It says two alternative sides of a regular polygon when produced meet at 90 degree, or right angle means 90 degree. Find the value of each exterior angle of the polygon and the number of sides of a polygon. Let's see how many of you can do this. Any glimpse or any idea how to proceed of this? Two alternative sides of a polygon are produced to meet at 90 degree. Find the value of each of the exterior angle of a polygon as well as find the number of sides of a polygon. So first of all, क्या बोल रहा है वो? हमें निकालना है each exterior angle of a polygon. And what's the formula of each exterior angle of a polygon? We say that n is equals to 360 degree upon the side that each angle that we are talking about. इससे हमारे को n पता चल जाएगा. या फिर अब मैं इसके अंदर बोलूं कि n की वैल्यू निकालने के लिए x की वैल्यू एक्सटीरियर एंगल इज इक्वल्स टू 360 बोले तो हमने उसको इंटरचेंज कर दिया, राइट? सो व्हाट डज इट सेज? इट सेज n इज इक्वल्स टू 360 डिग्री अपॉन x. सो इसको अब x की वैल्यू क्या कर रहे हैं, वो क्या कह रहे हैं कि दोनों को ऐड करते हैं, तो व्हाट डू वी गेट? वी गेट द वैल्यू एज हाउ मच? 90 degree. So what does that mean? That means that x plus 90 degree will be equals to 180 degree. Is that true? क्योंकि हम दो चीजों को ऐड कर रहे हैं. x plus 90 degree will give us the value of 180 degree. So that gives me 2x is equals to 90 degree. X is equals to 90 degree divided by 2. X is equals to 45 degree. So this is what the exterior angle will be. Exterior angle will be how much? Exterior angle will be x is equals to 45 degree. Now the next question is to find the value of n. अब n की वैल्यू क्या है? सिंपल इसमें पुट कर देते हैं. So n would be, now what I have to do, n की वैल्यू जो नेक्स्ट साइड निकालना है, it will be n is equals to 360 degree upon 45 degree. So what is n is equals to, everyone? Can you give me the answer? Very good. So n is equals to n. So it's an 8-sided polygon which each of an exterior angle is 45 degree. All right, so that's it for today. I hope you enjoyed this session. You had a blast. So I don't want to tell you something that, did you know that these quadrilaterals were invented in ancient Greek? And they set a Pythagoras for the first to draw one. Those days, quadrilaterals were the three-sided and their properties were only dimly understood. So now, therefully, when they were able to understand, they were saying that quadrilaterals were three-sided and they used to follow the Pythagoras theorem and they were not able to understand the properties clearly. But now we have classified into the 4 categories and saying it quadrilaterals and now further classified according to their properties. और अब name से ही हमें पता चल जाता है कि इसकी properties क्या होंगी. All right, so that's it, guys. We have learned and recalled what is the polygons, what are quadrilaterals, and also started the different kind of quadrilaterals. And I hope you have understood and it's clear with you, right? Okay, so here we go. That's it. If you want, you can practice these 2 questions that are given for you and you can give those answers in the comments. I'll go through that are you giving the right answers or not. So you can pause this video right away and do these some practice questions. All right. All right, guys, thank you so much for being connected. It was a great time. If you really want to hear us from us again and you really want to be on time, you need to subscribe to the channel, press on the bell icon so that you miss any updates. Whatever the session we are coming up, we are just bringing for you guys so that you clarify your doubts there itself. All right. Till then, guys, take care. Bye-bye and be safe.